Hello, good evening. Hello, how is everyone? Just waiting for this to load on my Facebook page so I can make sure the video is actually working. I hope everyone had a good day. It was really nice and sunny here. I went out for a nice walk, went and got a cup of tea and sat on the deck at Tofino Sea Kayaking. It was great. So I hope you had a nice day as well. And it looks like there is our video. Okay, now I can see your comments. Perfect. So again, hope you had a great day and hope you've enjoyed the videos. All the videos are staying on my page. So if you haven't had a chance to watch them all yet, don't worry. They're all going to stay there. You can go watch them anytime. And so this evening, we are going to go over a couple more products that I've got, the Bloom Where You're Planted suite and the Hand Pen suite. I'm going to go over the treasure hunt answers and then do the draw for the Just for Coming and completed the treasure hunt. So I'll show you this first. So we're going to go over the Bloom Where You Planted suite. And so that's this guy here on pages 80 and 81. So that is here. So this is the stamp set for it. And again, some really nice sentiments. I'm really liking the sentiments in a lot of these new suites because there's a variety in them. So anyway, like that one, you were there and I'm grateful. Little note with the biggest thanks. Thank you to a dear friend, love you, and you touched my heart. And then the so very much would go with the thank you or the love you. And then you've got these plants and some different pots in there. And then the dies are here. And so we've got dies that cut out all the plants and the pots. And then there's also a few extras. So this would be like a hanging plant there, or there's this little bowl or this other little pot, or this other little, it could be like a fern or maybe an aloe vera or something like that. So there's quite a few dies. So you can cut out most of the images, actually all of the images in here, as well as you've got a few extras in there. So that's the dies that go with that. And there's also in the suite these paper lattice elements. And I'm just going to pull one out here. And well, maybe I'm going to pull one out and show you. That was the theory. It's not really working. Hang on. 1 second while I get one. There we go. Okay. Now I got two. There. So this is the paper lattice. And there is, how many are in here? There's 10 of these in the package, and they are 3 1/4 inches by not quite 5 inches, 4 7/8 inches. And so those would go, if this is a standard card base, you can see, actually, let's use a different color so you can see it better. So you can see it doesn't quite take up the whole card front. So that would be great to use like as a background that you could then put some other things on. In fact, there's a sample in the catalog where they've done just that. So looking at this one here, you can see that they've got the lattice in the background and then some plants, quote unquote, hanging on the lattice. So that's kind of fun. Set those aside. Might actually be able to use it like a stencil too. If you put it down and then use the sponge or blending brushes to go over it, you might be able to do that too. That would be kind of cool. Let me just put these back in here. And then I will grab the designer papers. I've already used a little bit. So there's, actually, let's just grab that whole pack out. There we go. So this one has a bunch of plants in pots that are pretty similar to what's in the stamp set, some little differences. And then the flip side is just like a nice wood grain. There is this one, you've got the plant pots on the one side, and I have to double check here, but I think the dies will work on at least some of those. 1 second. Yep, that die will work on that. And yeah, so your dies will work on these plant pots on the designer paper. And then the flip side is kind of like a fern leaf pattern. So that's that one. Got some sort of jungle theme going on here. So you got that on the one side, and then this is a brick background on the other side. I'm really liking how they've done this. You have these sort of not intense, but almost like they're busy patterns, but in a good way. You've got lots of imagery going on and colors. And then they've paired that with something that's a little more subtle. So you can use this to really stand out, or you can use the more subtle ones as a background. That's really nice. And then we've got these plants. So these do match some of the ones in the stamp set. So this one and this one and this one are in the stamp set, which means the dies will work on those as well. And then the flip side is this different wood grain there. And this again is kind of like fern leaves. Not sure, it's not exactly fern. Not sure what it is, but anyway, got different leaves, the light green on the dark green. And then the flip side is a different brick pattern. And one more there. Okay, so this one, and again, this is similar to if you saw earlier on the Beauty of the Earth, there was one with the leaves that you could just cut out and use as a background. And this would work really well for that as well. You could just cut this, and there's almost like a focal point for your card, and just put a sentiment over or something like that. But then you could also cut it in smaller pieces. And then the back side, just kind of almost like somebody just sponged some ink across it. Nice subtle background again on that one. So that is the Bloom Where You're Planted papers. I really like those. Let's see if I can slip them back in here without too much trouble. It's not really going to work, so I'll do that later. Okay. And here is a card I made with this suite. And so I've got one of the designer papers in the background. And then this is a couple of the stamps. And then I used the dies to cut those out. I don't know if you can see, but behind the sentiment, there's a little bit of the gold designer, the metallic specialty paper that I showed you earlier, just in behind here. And then this is actually a new one of the ribbons, and I'll show you more of that in a second. This is a new jade, just jade ribbon, and then some little champagne rhinestones. So that's a cute little card I made with that set. And speaking of the just jade, so this is one of the new ribbons, and it's actually a braided ribbon. So I don't know if I hold it up, if you can see, I can pull it and tighten it and then kind of loosen it a bit. So it's got a little bit of give and pull to it. And this is the just jade, and it's got gold thread throughout it. It's very pretty, and I really like the just jade. So I had to get that one. One other thing I got is this pack of baker's twine. Now, this doesn't seem as exciting because it's just the neutral colors, so it seems a little bit boring maybe, but I really like this because sometimes you have made a card and you just need a little bit of something extra to it, just something subtle, and that's where these come in really nicely. So there's a black and a white and a gray, and then I think that's vanilla. Let me see where my ribbon is. I can't remember what the colors are. 139. Let me just double check this so I tell you the right colors. There. So we've got crumb cake and white and black and gray granite and very vanilla. So yes, I was right. That is the very vanilla. So anyway, those are really nice if you just want to add a little subtle bit to your card. And then this is the Expressions in Ink Ephemera pack. So that happens to be on this same page. That's this here on page 141. And that's got a bunch of the gold elements and then some adhesive back sequins. So I'm going to just pull this out and I'll actually show you. And they are white on the back side. There. So you could use them this way on your card if you wanted, or they're gold on this side. And there's lots of little bits and pieces. Like for example, this whole piece comes out, but then this center piece comes out as well. So you could use those as separate elements. And there's even like these different, how many sizes is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So hexagon. Yes, I'm a bit of a math geek sometimes. It really is a hexagon. Anyway, and so you end up with just these really thin little pieces. Get my thumbnail under there so you can see it. That add some nice accents. Anyway, so there's those, and then there is these. I can get them out. Adhesive backed sequins. And pull that out. There. And they're really shimmery. They're not a color. I can see pink and green and purple and yellow. It just depends on how the light hits it. So those are really pretty. They'll add a nice little bit of shimmer to any project where you need a bit of bling. So that's the Expressions in Ink Ephemera pack. And just put those away. Slide that in there. Okay, and then the last set of things I want to show you is the hand pen suite. And this is the one that was almost tied for #1, just barely came in second to the Beauty of the Earth. So this is the stamp set. And I mentioned earlier when I was on that what I like about this is that you've got these line images here that you can just stamp those and color them in. And I actually did that in one that I can show you in just a minute on a card. But then if you wanted, you could use these. They look kind of like smudges, but they're actually in the shape of the flowers. Like for example, this one matches this flower, this one matches this flower. And so then you could stamp this in a neutral color, black or something, and then use these bits to fill in the flowers in different colors. So that's kind of fun. And this is the dies. And so you've got, where are we? So there's this, I can pick it up, maybe. Come on, let go. There. This one that coordinates with this set of flowers. There we go. Trust me, coordinates with that set of flowers. I didn't quite get it the right way around. And then there's an outline one here. Oh, actually I lied. That one goes with this step. That's why it didn't work. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay, so that one goes with those flowers. And then this outline here goes with these flowers here. And then there's some solid pieces. So let me just bring up this suite in the catalog here and show an example. So get the glare off the page. And this example here, if you see in the background here, they've used this die to cut out some cardstock and then kind of colored it in. And then there's some other solid flowers and leaves and then a little scalloped edge that you can use. So that's the dies that go with the hand penned. And then there is these Genial Gems. And they are mint macaron and pale papaya. I'll pull them out so you can get a better look at them. And they have a little bit of sparkle to them. If you got the, what were they called? The opal rounds out of the January to June mini catalog. These are similar in style with that little bit of sparkle to them, but these ones actually have some color, the mint macaron and pale papaya. And I've got some on the card that I'm going to show you in a second. So those are also very lovely. And let me just put that away. And I'm going to set all this aside and get the designer paper. Grab this. I have already used some of this as well. And we'll just pull this out. Okay. Just one more piece. So we've got, hang on. We've got this one, kind of goes this way. And so this has some greens and browns and actually a little bit of blue in it. And that's the reverse side. So this has this nice green to it. That's the mint macaron with some white stripes. So there's that one. And then this is sort of pastel flowers, which I think are really pretty. And then on this side, this is the pale papaya, but it's not just the one solid color. It's kind of the different shades of the papaya with little white polka dots. There, and some more flowers, but in some different colors. So we've got some purple and some yellow there, a little bit of blue and the green. And then we've got the purple, the Highland Heather on this side with some little leaves. And then different style flowers again. And this one I like, it's got the variety of colors. The other ones were a little more subtle. This one to me stands out a little brighter. And then on the back side there, we've got this nice flower pattern in the blushing, well, the white flowers on the blushing bride background. And there. And this set of flowers, it is all some flowers. I realize that, but they're so different to me, that similar colors even, but they look completely different. Like this has some flowers in blue and yellow, and so does this, but it looks quite different. I just like that they're all a little bit different from each other. And then on this side, we've got a little bit darker garden green on there, and with some more flowers and leaves. And one more. I can pick this up. There. And back to sort of subtle colors again on that one. And a nice yellow on there. That is Daffodil Delight, and looks almost like a wave pattern, or could go that way and be a nice scallop pattern, whichever way you wanted to do it. So that is the, I'm going to just say the hand pen sweet designer paper. There, I'm going to set that aside. I did make a card with this suite. So that's one that I did, and that's got one of the designer papers here. And so this is this stamp, and then I cut it out with the die, and then I just colored it in with some different markers. So there's some pale papaya, blushing bride, pool party, and Highland Heather, and then soft succulent and garden green in there. And then this is some of the Genial Gems here. So there's a couple of the papaya ones and one of the mint ones. And then in the background here, you can see, I mentioned that you can use these to fill in these flowers, but you can also just use them on their own. And I did that, just stamped mint macaron ink on the mint macaron cardstock and just got a nice background there. So that's my sample for the hand pen suite. And I'm just gonna close up my catalog here. That is all the new products I've got so far. That's gonna change. I'm gonna get some more. But so far, that's what I've got. So hopefully that helped you get a better idea what some of those look like and maybe decide which ones you want to try out. So treasure hunt. Let's get our treasure hunts out and we'll go over the answers. And remember, if you completed the treasure hunt, please let me know within the next couple of minutes. I've got some names, but if you haven't already let me know that you have finished the treasure hunt, then please do so really, really fast, like in the next couple of minutes before I'm done the answers, because then I'm going to do the draws. And it doesn't matter if you got them all right or not. The point is that you went through and looked through the catalog and answered the questions. So number one, what embossing folder is part of the Beauty of the Earth suite? That's the Bark 3D embossing folder. 4 colors that are in the Pansy Petals Designer Series paper. There's actually 5 colors in there, but so you just had to name 4 of them. There's Polished Pink, Fresh Freesia, Pale Papaya, Soft Succulent, and Evening Evergreen. So you just had to name 4 of those 5. And then the stamps in Create with Friends are meant to be mixed and matched to create lots of terrific sentiments, right? 3 of them. I didn't write them all down. There's so many combinations. Let me just bring up, it's on page 36 here. 1 second, there we go. So this is the create with friends. So, I mean, you could say, love you, friends forever, you're amazing, let's celebrate. I don't know, there's a whole bunch. So basically you just had to write down 3 combinations that I'm not going to go through them all. So as long as you got 3 combinations from that, you're good to go. Okay, number 4, when a stamp set and coordinating dies or stamp set and coordinating punch are sold together, they are called a bundle and priced at a 10% discount. And you'll see that in a lot of the suites. So here, just using the Beauty of the Earth, oh, get the glare off the page, there we are. So here you'll see the Beauty of the Earth stamp set and priced at $30. But then down here at the bottom, you see this little 10%, and it's the Beauty of Friendship bundle. You get the Beauty of Friendship stamp set plus the Beautiful Trees dies, and the price is $71 instead of $79. If you bought the stamp set and the dies separately, then you would pay $79. If you buy the bundle, you only pay $71. If you want to do that though, whatever bundle it is, make sure you enter the product number for the bundle. You'll see the stamp set has one product number, the bundle has a different one. So if you want that 10% discount, make sure you're using the bundle number for those. Okay, so it's called a bundle of 10% discount. How many dies are in the hat builder set? So that's on page 47. Here, so we've got the hats off stamp set and then the hat builder dies. And you could have just counted, but also it says here that there's more details on page 159. So if we go to page 159, hat builder, and it says 15 dies. So that's the answer to that question. There are 15 dies in the hat builder set. What animal is featured at the bottom of page 56? Well, let's just go to page 56 and find out, shall we? There's a turtle down at the bottom. So that is that one. 1 second here. Name a die set that will fit in the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. There's a lot. So I'm going to go to page 157 here where the dies are. Okay, so what you're looking for, let me pull this up a little closer to the camera, is this symbol right here that says mini. So let me back up just a step, just in case you're not sure what we're talking about here. So Stampin' Up! Has 2 die cutting machines, a regular size one and a mini one. The regular size one, you can use any of the dies, but some of the dies are too big to fit in the mini. So if you've got the mini machine, which is really handy to take with you, if you're going on a trip or something, you want to do some crafting, you can take the mini with you. It's just a little travel size machine. It's great. But what you want to look for is this mini symbol on the dies. So name a die set that will fit in the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. There is baby clothes and floral squares, the batik dies, the Beautiful Trees dies, the grapevine dies, the hat builder dies, the hydrangea dies, the pansy dies, the perfect plants dies, the meadow dies, the sea life dies, the seasonal basket dies, the layering hugs, peach dies, Christmas trimmings, window flower box, cooking, and big cats. That's just the new ones. There's also a bunch of returning ones. I'm not going to go through them all. But as long as you named something, what was it? How many was it? 3 of them? Oh no, name a die set. So as long as you named one of the ones that has a mini on it, yeah, you got it right. Okay, page 61 features a stamp set that has a rich dimensional texture. Stamps of this type create different opacities in a single stamped image and are called. The answer is distinctive. And I'm just pulling up that exact page, and that's the Sweet as a Peach stamp set. You'll see this here, this distinctive, and that gives it almost like, it's not quite photo quality, but that type of idea where it's a really sharp, well-defined image. And so that's the distinctive stamps. How many animals can you see on page 67? Let's just turn a couple pages. So it kind of depends on how you counted. If you counted all of the animals, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or if you just counted each type of animal once, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6 types if you just counted the individual types, but if you counted every single animal, it's 10. Either answer is fine. I don't mind. Okay, how many metallic, question 10, just in case you're not sure where we are. How many metallic foils are featured in the Simply Elegant Specialty Designer Series paper on page 69? Well, we just flip over the page and shows the paper here, and right underneath it shows which colors are featured in this paper, and the metallic ones are gold, copper, and silver. So there are 3 metallic foils featured in this paper. And then what color are the metallic specialty papers on page 75? So this up at the top here, you can see the gold and the rose gold metallic specialty papers. They're also on page 135 down in the corner here, and then it tells you a little bit more about them there. Okay, and what page does the Christmas section begin on? Well, I do have the answer written down, but we're just going to flip through until we get there, and then we'll find the answer. There's so many fun stamps. Oh, Christmas. I have not ordered any Christmas stuff yet. I'm waiting. It is only May after all. So page 88 is the answer. What page does the Christmas section begin on? Page 88 with the Tidings of Christmas suite. Okay, page 2. Name the new in colors for 2021 to 2023. And I'm just going to pull this up again. Oh, sorry, 1 second while I get to the page. They're right here, page 123. They're listed in a lot of different places, but right here, page 123, where it lists everything, we've got Fresh Freesia, Polished Pink, Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, and Pale Papaya. Okay, how many ribbon rolls are shown in the photo on page 124? Page 124, there's ribbon rolls right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, this is actually twine, not ribbon, but if you counted it, then the answer is 10. It's it said ribbon, but that's sold on the same page as the ribbon. So if you counted it, it's all good. So it's either 6 or 10, depending on how you counted that. What is the name of the new coloring tool assortment on page 126? In case you didn't already know, how you distinguish whether or not something is new is, let me just pull this up to the camera here, this little red N. Right there, just above my finger. That is beside every product that is new. So on this next page, you'll see there's this one here with the red N and this one here with the red N. So that's how you tell if a product is new. So on page 126, the new coloring is the soft pastels assortment. Okay. Question 16, what does DSP stand for and which one is your favorite? DSP stands for Designer Series Paper. Which one is your favorite? Well, that is entirely up to you. So starting on page 130, it shows all the designer papers. So Beauty of the Earth, Bloom Where You're Planted, Expressions in Ink, Hand Penned, In Good Taste, In the Wild, Pansy Petals, Simply Elegant, Sweet Symmetry, Tidings of Christmas, You're a Peach, the In Color 6x6 designer paper for new in colors. Sorry, I forgot how to speak English for half a second there. And then there's also the designer paper 6x6 for each of the color families. So I picked the Tidings of Christmas, which I don't actually have yet because, as I just mentioned, I haven't ordered Christmas stuff yet, but I just really like the colors in this one. That's my favorite colors in that one. Okay, name 2 new specialty papers. So if we flip the page, there's a bunch of specialty papers here. So again, the little red N, the new ones are Ombre Specialty Paper, 2021 to 2023 In Color Shimmer Vellum, and the gold and rose gold 6x6 metallic specialty paper. And then there's one more snuck in on the next page, the linen specialty paper. So that's the new specialty papers. As long as you name 2 of those, you're good to go. What 3 colors are featured in the loose flower embellishments? A couple pages over, page 141, here's our loose flower embellishments, actually loose flower flourishes. And if you look down here at the description, it tells you the colors are fresh freesia, pale papaya, and polished pink, which are all new in colors. Okay, now this question I meant to take out because I'm actually not doing an in color club this time, but name 1 new embellishment that you will get when you're part of the new in color club. We're not doing it this time, but one embellishment I would get if there was a new in color club would be the open weave ribbon in the new in colors, which I don't have yet. Okay, name 1 of the new punches. They're on pages, starting on page 147. So new punches, we've got dragonflies, elegant tag, evergreen border, flowers and leaves, symmetrical stems border, and the turtle. So those are all, I don't know, they put an N by the dragonfly. Technically that's in the mini catalog, so it's not new to this catalog. But because they have the N there, if you said that, that's fine. But really it should just be the elegant tag, the evergreen border, flowers and leaves, symmetrical stems, and the turtle. So as long as you named 1 of those, you are good to go. And how many new embossing folders are there? Well, let's just flip over a few pages and find out. Okay, so again, we're looking for the little red, or I guess it's pink N, to see how many new embossing folders. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, the tricky part could be there is 2 patterns in some of these. So if you counted those each, then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's either 8 or 12, depending on whether you counted these double ones as 1 or as 2. Either answer is good. Okay, from question 22, from May 4th to June 14th, you can earn extra Stampin' rewards. How much extra do you earn when your order hits the $300 mark? It's a bit of a trick question because it's not in the catalog. You would have had to go look that one up. And the answer is $30. So normally, when you put in an order or host a party and your party total hits $200 or more, you get Stampin' rewards. So let me just lift it. This is page 170 in case you want to look at it. So here's the little table. So $200, you get 10% back in Stampin' rewards. At $375, you get 12%. $550, you get 14%. $725 or more, you get 16%. So whatever your order or party total is, you get a percentage of that in rewards that you can use to get free products, which is always fun. What the extra promotion right now, the extra Stampin' rewards, is if it hits $300, you get an extra $30. So at $300, you would normally be at the 10%. So you would get, $20 or a little more than that, 20-something dollars. But what they are doing with this promotion is giving you an extra $30. So you would have 50-something dollars to spend on free products. All right. There is currently a Happy Stamper kit promotion, which is the starter kit. And how much is the kit and what amount of product do you get to order in the kit? So the regular information for that is on page 169. And if you want to become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you buy the starter kit, you pay $135, and normally you get $165 worth of products for your $135. So an extra $30. But right now, only for a few more days though, until the end of May, you get $206 worth of product for $135. Okay, and then the last question. What is your favorite sweet bundle or stamp set from the new catalog? There's not going to be a right or wrong answer for this one because it's whatever is your favorite. So for me, as I've mentioned a few times, it's the Beauty of the Earth. I really like this one. Although Some days it's hand penned, but mostly it's Beauty of the Earth. So that's my two favorites. All right, so that is our scavenger hunt. So I'm gonna do the Just for Coming, and I'll just leave that there, the Just for Coming and scavenger hunt draws. So if you commented on any of the videos throughout the day, you are entered in the Just for Coming draw. If you told me that you finished the treasure hunt, you're entered into the treasure hunt draw. So the Just for Coming draw, I've got the names, and I am going to go enter random number generator and see what number we get. And the winner is Carla N. Yay, Carla, you win the Just for Coming prize. You get a $10 credit for your next order. So just get in touch with me and I will tell you how to use that. And then the prize, the treasure hunt. So if you completed the treasure hunt, and again, didn't matter whether you got it right or wrong, as long as you completed it. So now let me go get my list of names for that and get my random number generator here, pick a number. Judy G, you just won the completed the treasure hunt draw. Judy also gets a $10 product credit. So Judy, get in touch with me and we will get that organized for your next order. The last prize draw I'm not doing now because you can still enter. So if you place an order of any amount before midnight tomorrow, you will be entered in my catalog launch placed in order draw, and that's for a $15 product credit on your next order. So you can either go to my online store, and there is a link to that on my Facebook page, but I'll enter that on here as well. I'll just put it in the comments. Actually, why don't I do that right now? I'm going to just enter this in the comments. 1 second. I can't type and talk at the same time. 1 sec. Okay, so it's in the comments there, the address. And so you go to that, or there's a link to my website in on my Facebook page. So yeah, just place an order online, or if you prefer, send me an email or a Facebook message or give me a phone call, and I'm happy to put the order in for you. So any order that goes in before midnight tomorrow will be entered in the placed, and that person will be entered in the placed in order draw. And I will do that draw on Monday morning, and I will put up an announcement Monday morning on my page announcing the winner. And if you win, I'll get hold of you as well, but I will do an announcement on my page. So I think that's everything. Thank you very much to everyone who joined me today. I hope you really enjoyed the videos. Some of the, well, not some, all of the projects that those ladies made were absolutely fantastic. And I hope that you either did enjoy or you get a chance to go enjoy those videos. As I say, all the videos, the live from this afternoon, this video from right now, and the ones that I put up throughout the afternoon, they're all just going to stay on my page. And if you want to find them, anytime you come back to my page, just click on the search near the top right and enter the hashtag AC21. And you will be able to find any of these posts for the catalog launch party. So thank you again so much for coming. And I hope you had fun. And if you want to see more videos, I'm here every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. for Stampin' Saturday, making a couple of cards. So hopefully I will see you coming up on a Saturday morning. And I hope you enjoy your evening. Thanks. Bye.